It's really important when it comes to fire stopping service penetrations that we're working to specific tested solutions for particular applications that you're faced with on your specific projects. Here at Quelfire, we're obviously here to support and identify those details as part of our early engagement process. But you can also find those solutions using things like our QuelSelector, our PDF guide, which contains hyperlinks to actual tested solutions. It's really important you then take those tested details and incorporate them into your project-specific requirements. So each of the standard installation details will contain lots of very comprehensive information in terms of what services, the full scope of what's been tested, any spacing requirements, which is a massively overlooked area in terms of fire stopping. Those spacing requirements are all detailed on each of the individual details. But of course, you're probably never going to have just one service through one letterbox. So it's important that all these individual details are incorporated into a project-specific design. So here is an example of where we've brought together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different service types. So effectively 6 different standard installation details incorporated into the one letterbox detail, observing all the minimum requirements and the sizes of the seals, etc. If you do all this good work up front in terms of the design, that's great. We've got to make sure we turn that into reality. So here you can see an example of an actual install which directly replicates the design. And furthermore, you can see down here an example of where the same penetration seal has been subjected to fire. So very graphically just illustrating exactly what happens in terms of these plastic ducts. When they melt and burn, the intumescent is expanding and filling the void. Same principle applies to all the services, but each of those services will react different in a fire. It's important that the seal around the said service is specifically tested. So as I say, it's all about identifying those appropriately tested solutions, incorporating them into a design, observing all those critical spacing requirements, sizes of seals that are covered in that tested scope of application, and then making sure it's buildable, and then actually making sure we do build it in accordance with the design. So hopefully that just kind of illustrates the sort of process, the very, I suppose, oversimplified process that we can take in order to achieve fully tested, compliant details, which ultimately protect people and property and save lives.